episode of Heels Up. I am Vlad St. Valentine. With me again, finally, he's the only one who matters, Mr. Reggie Lincoln.
Oh, man. After the little scare from the Dos Equis disease, it was a little crazy month, actually.
Yeah, he had to take that little hiatus for the Modelo virus, and, you know, Caidan's the boy in the bubble, so we don't let anything, greater than a smoker cough get around him. Which is good, because I got a hell of a smoker cough.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, and also, again, behind the producer desk, the hostess with the remostest, Mr. Caidan Ramos.
Yeah.
So, Raw, the go-home show for Survivor Series was freaking awesome, man.
It really was.
At least the final match was. Our main event was definitely, Randy's like, all right, I realize I'm a spoilers here. I realize I'm a blow-by champion, but we're gonna make me going out a hell of a match, even if it's on a Monday Night Raw. So,
hey, it was worth the wait.
It was a good match.
It was worth 3 hours, just.
Sitting around through Raw. And, we talked about why would they do this? Why take the belt off him in the first place? And to go, ultimately, I think we're all in agreement. It was just to get another number, get Randy to 14, because they've got to get him to 7. They got 3 more title reigns. He's got to get through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he's going to retire in the next, 5 or 6 years.
So he's tied with Triple H right now.
Yeah. Is that right?
I think so.
14?
Yeah.
Sounds right. Of course, we all know that the number is artificial since Ric Flair's actual title reigns is
21.
20 something.
Yeah.
21.
21.
21.
There you go.
Woo.
Which still pales in comparison to our Truth's 47, 48.
Yes.
Yeah, all of his bowling
48
trophies.
reigns of the 24/7.
The WWE equivalency of the participation trophy. So after we get our opening segment with Drew saying he's going to beat Randy later on the night, we had a tag team match with, Lana Made with herself and the women's champions to try and, prove that she's a team player. And of course, Mandy goes out pretty quickly because she'd already sustained an injury from Nia Jax previously. And then we'll get Dana Brooke gets taken out by Mia Yim a little bit later on in the night. So
why would you take out one of your teammates? What is wrong with Nia Jax?
Well, it accidentally hurt her, but then after the match is over, because Lana ends up losing the match for him, tagging herself in, even though she was told to stay put and not fuck up. She gets table number what?
9.
Fuck you.
Table
Arrow.
number 9. I'm starting to enjoy this now. It's like I look forward to this now.
It's like one of those bad jokes that goes on so long it starts being funny.
Yes.
Andy Kaufman would be proud.
He really would be.
It's like our paper flick joke.
Oh,
it never fucking lands, but it goes on so long that I'm just doing it to irritate you at this point.
Or, you know what else is? The fire emojis. Kill them.
But the Firefly Funhouse tonight was basically an 80s montage video. And that's the only thing was missing was some cool 80s music in the background,
I know, right?
Like Eye of the Tiger, some good Rocky music, but I kind of liked it, the going through the different challenges and stuff. It was cute. I mostly like watching Alexa having a blast doing this. Because you can see her desperate desire to have been a Mouseketeer as a child, just trying to come out. So we had a Raw Tag Team Championship match. The New Day defended their titles against the Hurt Business and actually came out on top, man.
Yeah.
Great match, actually.
Damn good match. And for some reason, Bobby didn't stay at ringside. I thought he would be kind of a deciding factor, but ultimately there was no real interference from the outside. Good, clean back and forth between 4 great competitors, man. It's funny how much taller Shelton Benjamin is than the whole lot of them, though.
Yeah.
You don't realize how tall he is until you see him around other people.
Dude, that was the first time, I may have mentioned this before, but remember back in the day watching the Headbangers, and you're like, okay, they look small compared to other wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
They're small guys comparatively. And then that the one time they had the angle with ICP, and ICP came out and stood next to them, and ICP, who are regular sized people, were a head shorter than the Headbangers. You're like, oh, wrestlers are giant men.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Never understood before. These people are freakishly large.
Pretty much people's perception of Billy Gunn. He just looked average size compared to the other wrestlers until you see him at AEW fighting the smaller wrestlers.
Well, I never really thought that about Billy Gunn because, to be fair, he was standing next to X-Pac, who was pocket wrestler, and Road Dogg, who would rather lift a 6-pack than, dumbbells. So He did look like the jacked one compared to everyone except for Triple H in China. So another thing we can take away from this match, though, is that apparently the New Days had to change the name of their finisher from Up, Up, Down, Down to the Daybreak.
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 Not bad, I guess.
No, I guess
definitely
not.
falls in line with the theme, the New Day.
Morning Woods and Afternoon Delight.
Yeah.
Afternoon Delight.
Oh, man. Just anything to screw him over, right?
Yeah.
Because is Up, Up, Down, Down still going on?
I'm not 100% sure.
If it is, he's like, well, we're not going to promote on our, you can keep it, but we're not promoting it on our television. Quit calling your move that, damn it. I'm not getting a piece of that YouTube pie.
Oh, man. It's terrible. I feel bad for him.
Like, you run around claiming to be a billionaire, and yet you're paying Billy Kay and Peyton Roy $60K a year. All right? Don't talk about how you're fucking strapped, man.
Quick question.
Yeah.
If I so happen to get lucky enough to sign with WWE, what's going to happen with this channel?
We're going to have better equipment.
Huh?
We're going to have better equipment.
Oh, I was going to say, you know how many text messages you get back from Keith Lee? I imagine that's how many we're going to get back from you.
Well, I actually...
Hey, man, you going to come to the show again?
I actually get a response from him every now and then.
Okay, we going for you like, nah, fam, I'm a little busy, but, miss you guys. That's what we're going to hear.
I would do it virtually if
That's
I
what we're going to hear from you. I understand. No, I would big time us too. Fuck us. So we get a backstage segment with Sheamus. Apparently he has unearthed some pirate fucking chest full of Drew McIntyre's ancient family wrestling gear.
Yeah.
This was such a stupid fucking segment.
But it really wasn't at the same time.
No, it was dumber than fucking shit, man.
Oh, come on,
Okay.
man.
As a Scottish person, I quite frankly find it offensive, the idea that we all just have fucking claymores in our family. I mean, yes, I do have a sword on my wall that was part of my family, but not the Scottish part, all right? Completely different part of my family.
Actually, I'm thinking about it from my point of view. Like, how would I feel if such and such? Okay, I get it.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, I'm not offended at all. The fucking gear looked tight.
Yeah, I mean, dang it. Y'all know how I felt when I first saw Crime Time? Rest in peace, Shad, but
It was a little embarrassing, yeah. You just want to go call him up and goes, guys, are y'all doing this? Y'all can't be.
Please don't kill me, JTG.
But no, he shows up with, he's like, I never thought I'd see this. This was supposed to be handed down to me. It was like something was lost to the family, or it's like his dad's wrestling gear, his even though it's like, looks great. What the stories he was mumbling on about, and then what was actually in the damn kit.
And Sheamus walked away. Who the hell was he talking to at the moment?
Well, Sheamus walked away to grab the sword. He was just kind of doing the I wasn't looking, I thought you were right behind me sort of thing. That's all. Of all the things to pick apart with this stupid fucking segment, that's not one of them, let me say. But like, I never thought I'd see this again. Sheamus is like how mom just like fucking UPS the sword from Scotland to Sheamus like, hey, I'm a real bastard, but I want to give Drew a pep talk before the thing. You mind sending me that ancient pirate fucking chest and that claymore in airmail? Yeah, no problem getting those through fucking customs in time. Don't worry about it.
So
but I guess if Amber Heard can sneak 2 dogs in Australia, it's not that big of a fucking deal, right?
So is Sheamus a heel or a face?
He's a face during backstage segments with Drew, and then a heel all other times.
I was say he's the face during backstage sex with Drew.
Well, that too, yeah.
Well, Freud was right.
So we got the Miz versus the Fiend, or not the Miz versus the Fiend, excuse me, Miz versus Happy Time Bray Wyatt.
Of course.
Which, I do like that he had the wherewithal to wear the tights underneath the Mr. Rogers sweater so he doesn't like come popping out of it. He looks like Pinhead from Puppet Master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good match. It was a typical Bray Wyatt match. He's only got 4 moves that he does, which are usually just interspersed throughout his theatrics and drama around the match, which usually keeps me fairly interested.
But my favorite part was the agility of Alexa Bliss in that, man.
That was probably the most exciting moment of the night. It was not even what happened with them. Was Morrison tries to get involved, and while he's backing away from a stare down from the Fiend, on the outside, Alexa just takes a running jump off the corner steps, and they just go spilling over the damn barricade, man, which I'm not sure if that was supposed to happen. Looks like she took all that one. Johnny was on the other side going, fuck, are you okay? Oh, she popped up looking okay.
Yeah.
What if she just popped up like bleeding, trying to sell it still, like tooth missing? I'm fine.
Guys! Oh!
Are you okay?
We end the segment though with Alexa and Bray walking off and the Fiend kind of appearing on the screen, further adding to the, I guess, supernatural element and the detachment between the
mystique.
two characters and the mystique. I dug it. I dig anything with those two. I'm really enjoying how much Alexa seems to be enjoying this. I'm enjoying Bray going over because he's always been my favorite storyteller in the current roster. So
That's for sure, man. It's amazing, like the stories they can tell. Like I'm proud of the writers. I'm proud of the writers on this.
I'm pretty sure Bray handles most of his stuff,
Yeah.
doesn't he? And
That's why I'm
he's-
proud of the writers. They're letting him do it on his own.
So our main event for Monday Night Raw was the WWE Championship match between Drew and Randy Orton, which Claymore out of nowhere, man.
Mhm.
Drew comes out with his spiffy new gear on with his, I guess it's a family tartan. I didn't look up to see if that was the McIntyre clan tartan or not. But he's got the Claymore. And the funniest bit, though, is like, he's supposed to do this badass, like, I know, like, in their head, they're like, all right, you're going to, like, pick the Claymore up and slam it into the stage, right? But we've got a slot for it to go into because, we can't have you stab in the stage. So we built a little slot. Maybe it's like between the things. He's got to slide it into a specific spot. Because if you watch him, when he does the lift up, he doesn't pull the sword up. He lifts his body up and then just mushes the sword down because he already had it set in place where it was supposed to go. And it kind of, I'm nitpicking, but it definitely took away from the epicness of the moment because it looked pretty fucking silly.
But he still looked pretty much like a BMF.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to take that away from the man's terrifying. But Drew reclaims his title tonight in a hard-fought match against Randy Orton. Like we were saying earlier, this was a pay-per-view worthy match. And the only reason why we had it transferred in the first place was so Randy could get another title win under his belt. And of course, going into Survivor Series, you want the heel versus the baby face because Randy versus Roman wouldn't have been nearly as
Especially
good.
when that's going to be your main event.
And honestly, I think the only way you can have this end and have it end, you know what? We'll get into this when we do predictions later on. I'm not going
Yeah.
to spoil my prediction.
Yeah.
We'll
Either
wait.
way, that's going to be an awesome match.
So that's Raw. Any thoughts?
I loved it. I stood up and applauded because when I watched the match,
Easy, Siskel and Ebert. Caden, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts on
It
Raw?
was a good match. And to answer your question, no, it's not the McIntyre tartan.
All right, that was Raw. On to SmackDown.
on to SmackDown.
We opened the night with the Street Profits backstage doing a segment in the Championship Lounge that they've repossessed from Shinsuke and Cesaro, or Shinzaro as we like to call them. E pops up with the sombrero on doing an Undertaker impersonation. And why the sombrero, you ask?
The only thing they had left in props.
Stands to
I
reason.
mean, I guess the Undertaker took his hat with him, so.
It's the one he wore whenever they did the Mexican tours down in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
They had to pack everything up, dude. They're leaving the Thunderdome.
Yeah, they are.
Leaving for brighter pastures, literally, the outdoor stadium where we don't know what the weather's going to do every day.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
So now I got a chance again.
Hey, man, I like outdoor stadiums, but we'll see how it goes. Just one rainfall on all those, all the screens they have set up outside and shit, bad day. Big E announces that the New Day's here. They come out to the ring, and during this, Sami Zayn comes out and is as Captain Karen as ever. Corbin comes out and acts like a jackass. Then the Glorious Show-Off comes out, all of them mouthing off. And ultimately, this ends with them attacking the New Day, Street Profits making the save, and that's getting an 8-man tag match. Kind of the New Day and it was the New Day and
Tag team showcase, pretty much.
Well, it was them showing off to each other, beating up basically mid-card jobber guys and taking their turns with it.
And Intercontinental title champion, of course.
Yeah, and they build up a little bit of drama with, some miscues, Kofi hitting forward up the top rope by accident, but we'll get a good match coming Sunday. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and this just kind of kept shit going.
Not to
Not
spoil
really that
anything
important.
or nothing. Like, I don't know if I'm spoiling this or not, but I kind of see a Street Profit heel turn coming up.
I don't know. I think they kind of serve the same purpose the New Day does on a different show, so I don't think there's a reason to change them.
That's
just yet.
why. Because they don't want
If
another
they were on
New
the
Day.
same show, but you got the Hurt Business to do that shit. You got your heel tag teams. You don't really need them to. You need the one bright shine. Like they're as over as any other face tag team, and you kind of need like at least one massively over face in every division, don't you, to kind of carry the division?
Yeah.
So, Drew, New Day,
Asuka.
Street Profits, Asuka. Who's over for the women? I guess you could say Sasha, but I mean, she's just kind of always just kind of been there. I mean, I wouldn't say she's like massively over or anything. She's kind of like a Charlotte and Bayley.
Yeah.
Who's kind of always
we'll
at the
figure that
top.
out once we get the fans back.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But we find out that Otis gets assigned to the SmackDown Survivor Series team.
Yeah, good for him.
And then Bayley also gets named to the team,
Good for her.
which pisses off Natty because she keeps having to qualify. But when they announced that her qualifying, the person she was having to compete against tonight was Tamina, we all knew she was going to make this because there ain't no way Tamina's winning fuck all.
Yeah.
They're going to be on a pay-per-view.
Hey, why have Tamina around? Y'all just gonna bury her like this, man?
The second you start promoting Tamina Snuka, people are coming out of the woodworks and start writing articles about how WWE pushes the daughter of murderer. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, just, but let her go. Let her go somewhere else, man.
She's just there to get a check right now.
Yeah, she looks
Really
like she
is.
looks lost and confused most of the time. So maybe she don't care either. Maybe this is just like, I'm just gonna run shit out.
Mhm.
Maybe she had a sense of humor. She'd be fucking, doing as well as R-Truth, but kind of like a plank of wood. Up next, we get the Drew Roman contract signing. I don't know why they had to have a contract signing. No one else had a damn contract signing. This was kind of stupid,
I
but
don't get it. The contract signing thing. The match is already assigned.
I know, but it was just a reason to have put the two of them in a ring and have a conversation, an intense little like good guy, bad guy staring each other down across the boardroom sort of situation. Which is good because Roman plays just as good a jackass as Drew does, a badass, intense face. So I like watching them work opposite of each other. You kind of got something great. Unfortunately, you're in a bad spot where neither one of these guys should be going over the other one right now. And they're on the same show. It would be better if they were on the same show competing for the title, but it's a little too early. I think it's a little too early for this matchup because I don't
But
think
it's
you
Survivor
can.
Series. You got to have it.
Yeah, I understand. I know why they did it, but I again, when we get to predictions, I'm definitely going to predict some shenanigans for this match because I don't think a clean win for either one of these guys will help. I don't think a clean loss is good for either one of these guys right now.
Mm-mm.
So Roman, especially with his
Definitely
ego trip
Roman.
going on, he can't stand a setback right now with what they're trying to establish with him.
So we go into my favorite match of the night, honestly. Murphy. The underrated Murphy. The highly amazing Murphy. Along with the Mysterio family and Seth Rollins.
Taking on Seth Rollins. Rollins wanted this match, of course, to get revenge on his former disciple. This was a hard-hitting physical match, and we got two really hard-hitting physical matches one after the other tonight. We
did.
We did some pretty good matches, actually.
Oh, yeah, for
SmackDown
sure.
had good matches tonight, and this was
An amazing match.
Yeah, and they let it go yard. I think Murphy ends up winning after hitting Murphy's Law after again. Tremendous match. I mean, there was one point where Murphy was getting in the ring and Seth hit a stomp while he was draped over the second rope that just looked
That was beautiful.
like when Murphy sold it and still half of his body's dangling. He's at that awkward angle and he's just passed down there. It looked nasty, man.
That was beautiful, man.
So good spots on this. The Mysterios kind of get involved a little bit. They don't hit Seth, so they don't cause a DQ or anything, but Seth
little
takes
bit of
them out,
distraction.
but
Yeah, a little bit.
a
Just
little bit of distraction. But that was so early on in the match. I don't think that's I'm not going to say that's what
You're
caused
not
the
going to
win.
count that.
No,
I'm
no.
not going to count it either.
Murphy gets a clean win here tonight, and Seth has lost so much that his credibility, if it weren't for how hard fought these matches were and how dominant he was through large portions of the matches, I would say a lot of his credibility is a little bit lost. But he's about to go away to do paternity leave, so that's going to give him the chance to kind of memory to fade and for him to come back as like anyone does. They come back as a
Hot and ready.
yeah, no matter
Like
if
a
they're a
Little
bad guy or a
Caesar's
good guy, everyone comes back cheering them until they do something to make them an obvious heel. You always
Yeah.
walk in the door face until you do something nasty.
I'm calling looking into the future here. I'm calling Rollins is coming back for the Royal Rumble. He's going to be the secret entrant, number 30,
Okay, maybe. Yeah, why not?
because he won't get as long off.
No, he's not
as-
going to
as
take as
Becky.
long off.
Finally, our main event of the night, we got Jey Uso having a rematch against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan wants a little bit of revenge for the attack that Jey Uso laid on him after the match last time around. And apparently Daniel Bryan went to Aleister Black's, barber and said,
I hate that haircut.
give me the Conor McGregor or something. But
Please don't get that haircut.
I've thought about it, man.
No, don't.
Cut all this gorgeous locks off, donate it to Locks of Love, and
That's what I did with my afro.
All right. So the match itself, again, was another physical one. Daniel Bryan was pissed off, pretty brutal. But again, Jay's got the new attitude. He's trying to prove something to the family.
But yet he kept telling Daniel Bryan, don't take it personal.
It ain't personal, and Jay probably got the more offense in. He definitely did he did some like a superplex on DB. Definitely worked over that midsection a lot of the match.
Tossed him into the table.
Yeah, man. But ultimately, though, he go for the splash and DB gets his knees up and then rolls him over into a roll up, and that manatee busts his old ball out again, man. I almost feel nostalgic for it at this point.
Yep.
But again, like we said, Nikki Cross hadn't been wrestling, so.
Somebody had to use that as their finisher.
Yeah, well, DB gets a little bit of heat back, and I guess Jay is slipping back down to the mid cards where I guess that's
Jimmy might be recovering well, so they're going to bring the tag team back.
Something maybe Roman's pissed because he's not winning, and they worked that into the angle somehow. I don't know. There might be a plan for this all because if Heyman has got his hands in it, then there's probably a long-term plan for it. And it's not just we react to every win and loss because of how the WWE has booked for so long with no long-term planning and just fucking willy-nilly it's like that scene from South Park where they're like trying to decide how much the Margaritaville is worth and they just cut the fucking chicken's head off and wherever it dies is like bail out. Like that's how I feel the writers write WWE or decide who wins their matches sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really their fault though. Like Vince has been known to cut shit at like.
No, I understand whose fucking fault it is. Don't get me wrong. I know where fault lies. Someone needs to put the man back on his meds so he stays even and quits fucking like dyslexia, or fucking playing 3-card Monty with the score sheets, like I feel bad for Jay unless, of course, if he's just slipping back down the card, unless, of course, there's a plan for him, which hopefully there is, because as I said, Paul Heyman's a good storyteller. So maybe they've let him. I mean, I think he's the one trying, I think he's the one probably writing some of the Roman shit because Roman's delivering better promos than he ever has. In his life.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but whenever, man's been consistently a genius throughout his career and then he's standing next to something that looks like a genius did it, then you're most likely going to attribute it to him. All right, guys, that was SmackDown. Which did the show?
Last two matches were amazing. Good show overall. Good go home.
Yeah, this was better than the Raw, but it usually is mostly because of length.
Yeah.
Although, again, Raw does have the two things worth watching, which are Drew and The Fiend. So,
I mean, but yeah, for Raw, the length was worth it this week.
Yeah, good main event. Good main event that took out the better portion of the last half of the show, man. Or took out a good portion of the end of the show.
Yeah, it was a good 40 minutes or so.
Let it go yard like it needs to. If you're not going to put it on a pay-per-view, at least give it the respect it deserves, which is exactly what they did. Good match. If you guys didn't go watch it, go back and watch at least that. It was really good. All right, man. So instead of doing news this week, we're going to do our predictions for Survivor Series. And as always, guys, we all bring a terrible movie, and the losers have to watch the winner's terrible movie. I, again, am going with Megaforce, because that's going to be my pick until I regain my title and these assholes have to watch this piece of shit. Reggie, what do you bring to the table this week? Did you finally wise up and pick something better than a movie that we love?
I don't know if y'all love this or not, but I think it's a terrible movie. A terrible movie. White Boys.
What?
White Boys? Danny Hodge. I'll pull up a thing. White Boys. Keeping it real. When was this made?
1999.
Oh my God, yes.
So this isn't going to be ironic either. This is going to just be really pathetic. Oh.
And I am bringing the second FP, the FP2.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. All right.
I haven't even seen that one yet, so that one's going to be fun for all of us.
Oh, God.
So as reigning champion, you do have champion's advantage, which means if one of us ties with you, you're the victor.
Yep.
Oh,
all right. So what's our first match of the night?
The first match of the night is going to be the dual brand battle royale on the kickoff show.
I don't think we should do that one because it's kind of hard to predict the match for people. We don't know who's going to be in it.
Yeah, we don't know who's going to be in it.
So let's go ahead.
So
and
I'm
skip that
going
one.
with Mitch Bennett.
Actually, that's not a bad choice.
I'm
Unfortunately,
going with Lars Sullivan on that one.
not a bad choice on that. Yeah,
I'll go with Cesaro.
no reason to push Cesaro. Lars Sullivan's got a reason to get pushed. It's like what they do with
Because they
Braun
keep
and
trying to
shit like
shove him down our throats anyway.
that. Well, he's been trying to do that with married women too, but you know what are you gonna do? Neither one have been successful.
So yes, my pick is Ryback 2.0.
I don't know. I'm not. I abstain from this. Do y'all really want to try that? It's a bonus point. If your man wins, you get a bonus point.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
It's essentially just mid carders. So
Yeah.
They usually throw, like they've done that to Braun when they do the Braun early on. So it makes sense that they would put Lars over in this situation.
Yeah, I got to go with a SmackDown guy and say Lars.
What's up next?
all right. I guess we should do the teams because there's not really a real order. I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. Do the teams.
Okay.
So the men's Team Raw and Team SmackDown.
I got to go with SmackDown. Too much dissension with Raw. They're still not getting along here. It would be pretty much, yeah. I'm going to say SmackDown wins because Raw can't get along. They're still fighting each other here.
I'm going to say the opposite because Raw's team has actually had a story arc, whereas SmackDown's team has not. And because of that, this will be the culmination of the arc is that they actually get their shit together and win a match. I'm going with Raw. Caidan?
I'm gonna go with Raw, and I'm gonna say Jey Uso is the one who makes Team SmackDown loses. It just gives Roman just.
So, okay, as for your bonus pick, the final pin, you want to go final pin and supposed to first person out?
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
All right, so you think that the person who gets the final pin for Raw is Jay. That's your bonus answer.
Mhm.
Who do you think will get the final pin for SmackDown? Since you think SmackDown will win, who do you think will get the winning victory, the winning pin?
KO's going to pin AJ Styles.
Okay. You think Jay's going to get it?
I think Jay's gonna take the fall.
Jay's going to take the fall?
Yeah, Jay's gonna be the last one eliminated from SmackDown.
Oh, that's right. Jay's on SmackDown. I get my teams mixed.
I'm gonna go with Riddle. Riddle taking that.
Riddle takes the win
Mhm.
for the team. Okay. Let's see. Who's on the Raw team? You got Riddle,
Styles, Lee,
Styles.
Sheamus, and Strowman.
Strowman and Sheamus won't be it because they'll be busy bickering with each other
Mhm.
and they'll probably cause themselves to get eliminated. I can see either Keith Lee being the guy left over who like powers through it all, or AJ pulling it all together and having to be the team captain who does it all. I'm between Keith Lee and AJ Styles, honestly. Give me AJ Styles.
AJ
All right.
Styles pinning Jay.
Oh, it didn't fucking matter. I don't. AJ pinning whoever, but AJ gets it because AJ has to pull the team together at the last second. And
As the team
AJ,
captain.
Riddle, and KO.
Yes.
all right, the women's match, I guess.
All right, women's match. Team Raw: Nia Jax, Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce.
What team is that?
Raw.
That was Team Raw.
Raw wins again, and Lana gets the victory because that's the culmination of the Lana.
Who's on
thing.
Team SmackDown again?
Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Natalia.
I got to go with SmackDown, and Bianca Belair is going to get the pin on Lana.
I can see that Lana costing. I can see them going if they keep it going. Lana costing them, or being the last person and then losing and costing them. But
Or Lana's just sick of Nia Jax shit, so she screws Nia Jax, and Bianca Belair gets the pin on her.
I'm just saying, if Vince wants to make Lana a face with all this, like he's claiming, then you had to have her win.
Yeah.
Or screw over Nia Jax.
No, that's not.
Not if you want her to be the
Mhm.
face. She's got to win.
But I still think they're punishing Lana too, so I'm going to go with Bianca Belair getting that pinfall.
All right, you're going SmackDown again, Caidan?
Raw. Lana's getting the last one.
We're on the same page with this one.
Yep.
All right. fair
She's the
enough.
last survivor. She's got to go through 3 or 4 of them. That's what I'm calling.
I don't know if she'll go that far. I imagine there'll be some shenanigans and she'll get the roll-up victory that wins it for the team because Shayna or something will get eliminated by some bullshit thing and she'll be arguing and like smack the one person left or the person who eliminated her and Lana rolls them up and gets the win. it'll be some shenanigans, but she will be the one that ends up winning it for the team and for some respect from hopefully Nia and Shayna. And they'll either give it to her begrudgingly or just put her through the fucking table
I
again.
feel like we're just going with. I've just been going with SmackDown for this whole time.
Okay.
We both went with Raw.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you they're probably not going to, they're probably going to split it. There's no way they're going to have one brand win
Well, I
both
don't
of them,
know.
I don't think. So
I don't know because they did one year where SmackDown just won everything.
Yeah.
maybe. All right, what's up next?
You got Lashley versus Comrade Karen.
Bobby Lashley.
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 Do
I'm
we
sure
need to explain?
No, Karen will pull some shenanigans, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And especially if Hurt Business is at ringside to help.
Oh,
Keep an eye on Sammy's
and-
wiliness.
and nobody gets out of that hurt lock.
Because also like MVP, I think is just as wily as Karen is.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
All right. After that, we got the tag team match: The New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Woods versus Street Profits.
Street Profits.
I'm gonna go with New Day.
I want the New Day to win, but I think this is
But the New Day doesn't need to win. That's the thing.
I think it's like they were kind of talking about, I think it is kind of a passing the torch sort of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
They broke up the New Day for the most part, kind of. They took E away. It's time for other people to flourish. Kofi's going to be on his way out pretty soon. They're going to be looking to transition Xavier into something different, probably. So, like,
the Street Profits need this win more than the New Day does.
That's,
I mean,
that's fair.
yeah, the New Day's legacy is sealed already. They're Hall of Fame.
yeah.
They don't need anything else to make them look good.
No, they can just Will Smith it the rest of their fucking careers.
Yeah, but I mean, the
So-
only reason they would give it to New Day, which I see, is to show that they don't need E
Okay.
to finally split that apart. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
I just don't see them beating the Street Profits because they haven't yet, really. What's next?
All right. After that, we got the women's match: Asuka versus Sasha Banks.
Oscar goes over dirty. Somewhat dirty.
I
Carmella
would-
interferes.
It makes more sense to Asuka go over because she's already been able to hold her own against Bailey and Sasha at the same time. Sasha's newer to her belt, though, and needs the victory more. But I can see her losing because of Bailey's shenanigans.
Carmella shenanigans.
Carmella shenanigans. Either one. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Carmella doing shit because I don't want to think about it.
Carmella isn't doing nothing on this show.
Yeah, okay. Give me give me Asuka due to Carmella's shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Asuka as well.
All right, what's next?
All right. After that, we got the final match: the two big dogs.
Give me Roman due to Randy Orton shenanigans. It's the only way you can have this match because, quite frankly, neither one of these men can afford to lose right now. Roman more than Drew because you're trying to build him up as this warlord type. You know, you're making him the new Triple H. You know, you're making the new Darth Vader. You know what I mean? So, and I think Drew is your new Stone Cold. But if you want to beat Stone Cold, you better do it dirty. Like you used to do The Undertaker, like you used to do Stone Cold in these situations. When the heel goes over, he needs to go over dirty. And that's what needs to happen right now because Roman cannot lose right now. It's too early. Honestly, this is the match I really, really want, but it's a match I wanted at a WrestleMania after a year's buildup. Because I think these are your two biggest ones now. You tried for fucking years to get Roman over as a face, didn't work. He's the best heel you've ever fucking had, though. And he's the best heel you've had since Trips.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that is Paul's influence on this, but he's awesome as this heel. Drew has been the most organically liked face we've had since what?
People
early 2000s?
loved him as a heel.
Yeah.
By like everyone, not just the little kids, you know, who, you know.
Even when he was a heel, people loved him.
So
I got to go with Roman as well in this.
So Randy's going to have to show up and do something to cause the shenanigans because Drew can't lose clean here, but Drew also can't win. So give me Roman.
Oh, Roman.
All right, I'm gonna take Drew.
I hope you're right. Well, I don't hope you're right because I watched a shitty movie, but like storyline wise, man, I mean, I'd rather see Drew win. I just think it makes more sense.
I think it makes if
you
if
better
you
hope
got
he wins before I win. This movie I picked sucked.
I think with Jay losing and then Roman losing, that's just gonna cause him to just wreak havoc over on SmackDown. He's just gonna start running through people.
Maybe, but I think him winning and Jay losing will also just be more reason for his pomp and arrogance to his whole family and a reason to berate and dog them and whip them into shape. You ain't getting shit accomplished like I need you to.
Yeah.
Now your brother's back. Now you guys are a team and you're going to do things dirty the way I want you to. Back when you were fucking breaking people's ankles and stuff, you know, when you're doing them dirty moves. Let's set that penitentiary shit again, you know? Was that it?
That was it.
All right, guys. Of course, next week we will give you the next Heels Up and the results. Of course, you know, if you really care enough, you can watch along with the pay-per-view in this and figure out who wins before that and know our fate before we do.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks for coming, guys. Anything else to say?
Follow us on social media.
No, I got none.
Always so eloquent. Thank you. Say howdy, mother, for me.